Howdy YouTube. How's it going? It's your good friend Metalcorewolf, and it's a nice rainy day on the island tonight. I very much enjoy the rain, like in real life and in any sort of audio form. Like, I don't know if any of you have listened to those like 10-hour like rain relaxation playlists on YouTube, stuff like that. There's a lot of Animal Crossing ones out there, so I always appreciate a good rain. Also, Blathers is officially here. Let's go talk to him real quick. Wow, look at this. Nice and cozy. I sure am. I am the same wolf that chose this campsite. So at this point in the game, we have to give Blathers a few more creatures in order for him to fully open the museum. And we'll be doing that over time. I mean, how could you open a museum with just empty exhibits? Yeah. But the river, you say? I can't just hop over it, you say? Well, that's where a very handy-dandy tool comes in place. This is where he teaches me the recipe, I believe, for the pole? Yep, a vaulting pole. Oh, and we get to shovel this way as well. Alright, 15 more items to exhibit. So yeah, with the help of Blathers, we now have unlocked the vaulting pole and the shovel. Two very useful tools that we'll be using from here on out. And, you know, that's progress. We've now unlocked more of the island to explore. It's uncharted territory across the water. Speaking of which, actually, quite the coincidence, but by the time this video goes up, and at the time of this recording, I am preparing to go on a very special trip. I'm heading across the sea over to the land of Japan. Yep. It'll be my first time traveling that far. I've traveled to other places before, outside of the United States, but not as far as Japan. And a lot of people that sort of know me, you know how big of a deal this is. And I'm both very excited and also very nervous. And, you know, you may have left your hometown at some point. You may still be there. But, we all kind of, you know, take traveling differently. But definitely traveling this far for the first time can be sort of like a intimidating experience. But it can also be exciting. Kind of like having to cross this river to expand the island and explore more of it. And I think that's sort of the importance of travel. I'll admit, growing up, I never really thought of travel as something I would like want to do a lot of, you know? Like many people, they'll say, oh, I want to travel the world. I want to like work hard so I can save up money and travel the world. And I just never sort of shared in that. But eventually you come to realize that expanding your horizons, funny enough, the title of this game being New Horizons, very much, you know, sort of encompasses that idea that you're out here to explore new horizons and reach, you know, uncharted territory. And so in order to explore this uncharted territory, this rest of the island, let's call it our personal world, we get so many benefits from it, you know? New things to see and experience, new adventures to be had, and really just you get to broaden your horizons and sort of grow as a person as well, having very wide perspectives that encompass all sorts of backgrounds and cultures. I feel like that's something that can accidentally be taken for granted, because I definitely didn't really think about the world beyond my own as something that required a lot of thought to be put into. Oh boy. Luckily our home is here. We were able to escape those bees. And sometimes in life you're gonna be knocking on some trees and you're gonna encounter bees and you're gonna have to run, and if you're lucky enough you'll be able to avoid getting stung. And that just goes to show that life is unexpected. Anything could happen. Whew. Yeah, bees are quite the heart stopper. But as I was saying, you don't want to get stuck in your ways. You don't want to be trapped on an island, ironically, seeing that we're playing New Horizons, but you especially don't want to be stuck on one corner of your particular island. Oops. That's not what I meant to hit. Because, I mean, look at how much more there is to see. There's so much more of this island to explore and see and discover. And I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't go out of my way and see it all. And that's what the world should feel like to most of us. Now, that isn't to say that traveling across the world is a must. You know, it's not like, oh, if you don't travel the world, then you're less of a person. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I'm just saying you should take the opportunity whenever it arises to expand your horizons. See a little farther beyond yourself. And know that there's just so much to this world that kind of goes unnoticed because we don't want to move from our comfortable spot, from our safe space. We want to be in our little bubble away from danger. Sort of, you know, taking in what we already know. But you can't experience the rain in the same way you would back home if you were to just go out of your comfort zone. The sky is different everywhere you go, even if it's the same type of vistas, even if it's the same kind of people. There's always somewhere new for you to discover. Isn't that right, Tank? Hey, Kerpow. You good? Yeah, I want to chat. By the way, Timmy said if you run out of something you need, swing by his place and he can sell you more. Say what you like, but this Island Life package deal thing's got some really solid support. Kerpow. Still, well, I'm kind of broke right now, so I'll probably be selling more stuff to Timmy till I'll be buying. I mean, hey, Tank. Save up your money. Sell what you don't need. And work on that personal finance, bud. Maybe one day you'll be able to afford to leave this island. But yeah, I'm excited to go to Japan. I'm excited to see a lot of cool new things, try all kinds of new food, and just sort of take in the culture of a different country. One that I'm unfamiliar with. Kind of like get out of my comfort zone and put myself in an uncomfortable situation. And to a lot of people might find that kind of scary. Like, I agree. If you're not a very sociable person, putting yourself out there really in any form can be very daunting. And to be honest, I think I was that kind of person. Definitely when I was younger. I didn't really speak to anyone besides like my close friends. Even my family would have to like you know, yank the words out of my mouth so that I would like say something. But I think something that helped that side of things was starting a YouTube channel. I believe this channel I started somewhere around 2011 or 2012. Can't remember. It's been a while. But, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. And I think that sort of helped me ignorantly go forward. But that sort of made me a little bit more comfortable being like in a video. Also streaming. Once I discovered Twitch and I made a Twitch channel and I started streaming, that also helped sort of overcome some of that social awkwardness a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I still have some of it, but it's not as bad. And I feel comfortable around people. I can at least talk to a stranger now. But the lesson, I suppose, is leaving your comfort zone and challenging yourself. You may be like stuck in your ways and say, well, this is how I've always done it. Why would I change that? If this has always worked, why do something that might not? Well, if you don't go digging around for treasure, how are you supposed to find it? Now, obviously I had a little help there with the glowing bit on the ground, but you gotta go looking for it. You never know where it might be next, you know? Every day you gotta look for some kind of treasure, something special that's gonna change everything. And you might unlock, like, you know, new skills, new techniques. Like, for example, if you take that same treasure and you bury it, it might turn into a little sprout that will then multiply its efforts in the future for you and sort of benefit you in the long run. That was a very roundabout way to say that every day in this game you get a golden shining spot on the ground that'll reward you with 1,000 bells. But if you plant those bells back into the hole, you'll actually get more bells out of the tree that sprouts from it. And that's an important lesson in patience, and sort of not cashing in as soon as you come across good fortune. That's just a quick aside about how you can always find a positive outcome out of just random little things like that. But I've probably been putting this off for a bit. Let me sell some items that I have stored up in my pockets. Things we don't need anymore. Things we're okay letting go of. Because it's important to let go of the things you don't need. Things that don't serve you anymore, like a wasp's nest. Or all this fish and stuff. Get rid of that for now. You don't need it. Thank you, Timmy. Much appreciated. Let's have a talk with our other neighbor. Let's see what they're up to. Here on this rainy day on YouTube. Yo, Groomph. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, how'd you sleep last night? This island's so quiet at night, it's almost weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, I slept like a log, but I wouldn't mind some more action around here. Well, it'll come. Just gotta wait. Be a little patient. The action will come. Sometimes you gotta go looking for the action. Let's go look for some action right now. And here we are. The uncharted section of the island. With all these weeds and things to explore and dig up, like our first fossil. This is exciting because you never know what you're gonna get. You may find one of these in a star on the floor, a dig site. Something in life might come up. You don't know what it is. So you go for it. And even after you have said thing, you might not know what to do with it. This fossil, we won't know what it is until we turn it into Blathers and he identifies it for us. And that's what a lot of treasures in life are like. There'll be these little pieces of something that you don't exactly know what they do yet. But with the proper research, with the proper information and sort of looking into it a bit more, you'll find that a lot of these random things are very useful and very engaging. discoveries are always fun in that way. I like discovering new things, especially nowadays. I enjoy learning about literally anything. Things that I know nothing about, especially other parts of the world. Now, it's no secret that the reason I'm specifically going to Japan is because, you know, I enjoy video games. I've stated that this is a video game channel. I do like anime, but I also just like other places in the world that aren't like mine. And I think Japan does a really good job at being very independent in their way of living. And I respect that. So, I think in the next video, especially, I'll have a lot more to talk about. A lot more sort of introspective tips to give. Right now, I think a rainy day on the island is very representative of what it's like to take a day off. Where not much is going on. There isn't much urgency to sort of get the ball rolling. It's a day off. We all deserve a day off from time to time. In fact, we all deserve a vacation from time to time, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going on a vacation. So, obviously I'll be uploading these videos on schedule. So, there's a little glimpse behind the curtain, but for you, it'll be like not much has changed. Which is the majesty of YouTube. It's evergreen and ethereal. But for us, for you and me, outside of the confines of this island, it's important to take it slow some days. Take a day off. Take a vacation, a holiday, if you're from Europe or other parts of the world. Take it easy. Don't rush things. Sometimes it pays to take it slow. Because you just might miss something. These waterfalls are nice. Kind of like the sound of the waterfall along with the rain. It's a very relaxing, calm place to just sort of take it all in. Expand your mind, expand your horizons, expand your perspectives. You never know what other people are going through. A lot of people don't know what you're going through. And it's important to respect that. The bigger our world, the bigger our views. And that, you know, that might be enough to give us all a day off from the world and all of its craziness. You know, I didn't know when we would reach the point of talking about escapism in video games, but I feel like that's something most of us can relate to. We kind of want to break from the outside world, from all our worries and anxieties. And so we sort of escape to these little islands away from all of it. So it kind of goes in line with what I'm saying of taking a break, taking it easy. But then, after you're done, remember, it's a whole big world out there. And if we don't take chances, if we don't cross that river, if we just sort of stay on our little corner of the island and never progress, we won't get to see the rest of the game. We won't get to see what life has to offer, what other people might have to offer. These clouds that pass over us, letting the rain pour down over the island, won't be the same clouds tomorrow. They will have moved on past us in the stratosphere or whatever sphere they live in. I'm not a scientist. Or anyway, you get what I'm saying. You should take it easy, just as much as you should put in all the effort to expand your horizons. Visit new horizons, and then take a load off. Take a break, and you'll see that when you get back home, you'll be readier than ever to accomplish all of the different things you set yourself out to do. Discipline, organization, drive, inspiration, all of these things require just as much of an easygoing lifestyle to balance. Wow. This is a very nice spot of the island. Well, that's okay. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. But that's why there's plenty of fish out in the sea. I think during my trip, I'll probably record some additional bonus content. I don't know, I'm not sure. You might see it go up before you see this video. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but if I do end up posting something, I hope you like it. If you want to see more of that kind of stuff, let me know in the comments. If you have anything to say about today's video, leave a comment. If you're enjoying your time on the island as much as I am, like the video. It lets me know that this is working. In one way or another. I guess we'll figure out what that means down the road. But, yeah. And I will have more stuff go up on the channel, I promise. I just sort of enjoy this for now. I'm taking a vacation in my own channel. It's kind of weird to say it out loud like that, but in a way, this is sort of my break from all the craziness in the world. And I hope it was a good break for you too. So, next time I see you, we'll have a lot more to talk about. So, stay safe, stay motivated, and take it easy. I'll see you next time to YouTube.